Hi, welcome to your practice today. We are going to do some upper body work today, and I'd like you to come to your mat with your 2 blocks or approximations of blocks if you're using other props, and an oblong pillow or bolster. You're going to come onto your knees and situate your bolster so that you have the back prop is maybe a little higher and your bottom prop is a little lower. You'll lean your bolster over the top, open the knees, and then a couple of options here. So ideally we want baby to be floating, right? So no compression, no, we're not laying on the belly. One option is if your breasts are feeling okay, you can literally bring the bolster to the breastbone and let the whole upper body and the head turn. Option 2 is bring the bolster up to the collarbones, like the shoulder girdle, right? The front of the shoulder girdle, and let the arms rest and the head turn. So just experiment for a moment. See which position feels better. If you feel better supported in the shoulders and the collarbones. And maybe you need to spread the knees a little wider in order to have enough space. And if you feel like you need more support, maybe inch yourself forward and let the chest come to the bolster, turning the head to one side. Good. From here, just notice the jaw. See if you're clenching the jaw or holding the jaw tight. And relax the jaw. So the tongue is touching the roof of the mouth, but the lips are closed and the teeth are parted. So creating some space around the breath in the throat. Start to slow the breath down, just move into the body. Notice if you have any residual tightness in the neck and shoulders from your morning or from your night before. Just use this as an opportunity to ease out. So we're not forcing the body into any position, we're just supporting the body in a different position and allowing it to unravel any unneeded tension. One more breath on this side. And then inhale, pick up your head and turn your head the other way. Now, when you go the other way, it might be a little uncomfortable. So keep your head turning. Maybe release any ambition around how far your head goes. And just see if you let the head be where it's at, what happens to your breath. How far down into the rib cage, into the lungs, into the belly can you feel the breath moving when you ease up a little bit. So this posture, because the hips are back and the torso is long and the shoulders are rounded slightly off the back, most naturally the breath is going to move back into the back side of the rib cage. And that's in pregnancy where we really want to send a lot of the breath, because when we have all the balance going forward as baby grows, we need a lot of practice, a lot of action every day to balance that by expanding the back body. So a deep breath in and deep breath out. Rise back up. So come onto all fours with your hands on the floor. And we're coming into cat and cow. So inhale, lengthen. Maybe even tuck the toes, curl the toes under, press them into the floor. Exhale, push the floor away, rounding through the spine. It's okay if your head touches your bolster. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, rounding, release. Inhale, release, open. And exhale, rounding. Okay, walk yourself back so that your hands are just behind your bolster. You're gonna take your right arm up to the sky. Exhale, thread it through and let your head land on the bolster. 5 breaths here. 1, belly is neutral to the ground. And we're working on rotating the thoracic spine. 3, so we're drawing that right hip back just gently. 4, 5. Left hand pushes into the floor, release the right arm. Exhale, set it down. Left side, left arm reaches. Exhale, thread it through. Rest your head, looking the other way. 5 breaths. 1, belly is neutral. 2, weight is even in both knees. 3, 4, 5. Push the floor away, release the arm back up. Exhale, set it down. Walk your hands forward just slightly, but keep your knees where they are. Tuck your toes and reach the hips up and back, coming into downward facing dog. So if your bolster setup is in the way, just keep breathing. Maybe walk your dog a little bit back so that your head can hang freely down. Bend the knees and send the hips up and back, shaking your head yes and no. And shift the weight over to your right heel. Pick up your left foot. You're going to take the big toe and second toe and wrap it around the Achilles, part of your heel, and then glide the toes down the back heel, almost to help it. If I had hands, I would be putting my hands at the base of your heel to encourage it down and back. So we're using the leg. Now, think of your hips. Lift the hips up as you breathe. Exhale. Good. Other side, left leg. Shift the weight to the left leg. Pick up the right foot. Frame the heel with the first and second toe. And then gently, lovingly glide the foot down towards the floor as you lift the hip. So it's both. Sometimes the heel coming down will tend to take us out of the posture. So reach it down as you lengthen the hips up and back. Keep breathing deeply. And then exhale, both feet back to center, reaching both heels evenly back, getting a good stretch through the calf muscles. Exhale, come on down. Take your hands to your bolster, set up. Take the right foot forward, coming into a low lunge. So just using the support here to remind us to soften, to remind us to listen to our bodies. Inhale, look up. Only to the amount that feels open and effortless. Good. Exhale, shift the weight back in space. Again, keeping your hands on the soft surface to remind you that we don't need to go necessarily to our greatest point, our deepest stretch. Good. Exhale, come back onto all fours. Left side, left leg steps forward, lunging toward the leg. Look up. So looking up might be just looking straight ahead to start, and then eventually open the collarbone to the part of the chest that was supported by the bolster. Let it broaden. On your exhale, shift the weight back in space. Flex the left toes, breathe deeply. Come back to center. You're going to have a seat now at your bolster, and you're going to remove the bottom half. We're going to take a twist at the bolster. So your one hip is against the bolster. You're going to let your one hand come behind you and the other hand comes in front. So just like before, we're keeping baby facing the same direction as your knees. And we want the shoulder to open back. So the first stage of this might just be that you stay looking the direction of your knees. And you're breathing. If you want to take it a little further, explore, see how your body feels. Inhale, keep the rib connected or the belly connected to the prop. Exhale, turn the head. Dropping the chin down will help you get a little bit more toward the temple. And breathe. Deep, slow breath. Slowly rise up. Oh, these morning twists, they feel good, right? All right, other side. So we're having the hip and the side waist. So this is, we're protecting baby, keeping baby nice and cozy, still in the womb. Hands frame the bolster. Option one, just lay down, but let that top shoulder fall forward. The back shoulder is reaching back and allowing that thoracic spine to twist. You want to take it a little further, pick up the head, exhale, drop the chin, turning toward the other side. Deep breathing here. Keep letting the shoulders relax. And come back to the center. You're going to square off again, right over your bolster for cat and cow, as we did before. Inhale, open. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, open. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, come to a neutral spine, reach the hips back in space, hands to the floor, palms down. Push through the floor, open through the chest. Exhale, float the hips up. Inhale, drop it down. Exhale, your choice, downward facing dog or child's pose. So you have the bolster there. You can add your bottom block back and take child's pose if you prefer. Slowly come back to your knees, either rising up or sitting down. And you're going to take your block and place it underneath your hips on its middle level. So place it to sit on your knees, like so. So starting with your arms out to the side, take your right arm behind you. So I'm mirroring you now. Right arm up and behind you. Grab a hold of that top arm. So stretching through the side body. Exhale, ribs down as you lift the head. Good. Then take the left arm, internally rotate at the shoulder, reach around, and see if you can find that top hand. Breathing deeply. So if you're right-handed, this might be a little more tricky. You might have a little tightness in that right shoulder. It's okay. Just practice breathing through the concentration. This is good practice for birth. Where this posture also kind of squeezes out the joints, the elbows, the shoulders, the wrists, the fingers if you have a grip of fingers. Good. Release it. Shake it out. Roll the right fingers. Roll the shoulders. Stop. Other side. The arms out. Left elbow comes behind you. Grab a hold of the elbow. Give a hug. And then exhale. The right arm internally rotates at the shoulder. Reach it around. Find that top hand. Breathe. Ribs in. Slowly lift the gaze as you keep the ribs connected. The core is working as you breathe. Beautiful. Then release the arms. Nice. Roll the shoulders. We're going to step forward to the front of your mat. So take your time coming to stand. Gazing forward. Once again, find that bolster in front of you. So you have maybe moving in. In pregnancy, sometimes we think of kind of we arch back to balance baby, right? So I want you to think of that bolster here to support you, and you're allowing it to be supportive so you can lean forward a little bit, right? So you're right in the middle of your body. Take a deep breath here. Inhale, exhale. Good. Inhale, take the arms out and up, look up, see your hands. Exhale, bow forward like a swan dive. Bow forward and release your head and your hands to your block. Take a forward fold. Soft knees here, shake the head no, say no to something. Keep breathing, say yes to something. Say maybe to something. We don't always have to have the answer right away. It's okay to say maybe. Keep breathing deeply. Maybe the legs start to straighten a little bit, rocking the weight forward and back on the feet, and then finding your center. And as you inhale, lengthen through the body, come up halfway. Step your right foot forward and the left foot back. And your left foot is going to stay a little bit to the left side of your mat. Spin the back heel down. Warrior one, the front knee bends, but the back knee stays straight. Rising up. Taking the arms out to the side. And if you feel like you're going to topple over, just part your feet wider on your mat, right? So that's how we get a broader base is a more stable base. Take the left arm behind the head, grab a hold of the left elbow. Exhale, reach the right arm, internally rotate, reach around and grab a hold of the fingers. Breathing. So from here, inhale, lift the gaze, look up. Exhale, straighten through the front leg. Inhale, bending through the front legs. We're getting a stretch in this whole left side from the front of the hip up to the elbow. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Now, testing your balance. You're going to take your back heel and pick it up off the ground and pivot the back leg so that it's neutral. So the knee, if you're going to bend the knee, it would go straight down. Okay? Inhale, bend the front knee. Keep the back knee in a straight body lunge. So back leg is straight. Breathing into that whole left side, front hip, side waist. Good, release your arms, set the heel down, come back to your blocks, and step the other foot forward. Nice job. So same setup, spin the right heel down, left knee is bent, right knee, back knee is straight. Rise up, arms out to the side. Take your right arm up and behind you. Release the left arm and internally rotate it, reach around, going for those fingers. Holding if you can, don't worry if you can't. Breathing here. So inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, bend. It may feel like you're not doing anything, and that is okay. Just breathe. Straighten the front leg. Exhale, bend. Or you may feel a lot if you tune into the more subtle aspects of this. One more. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knee. Good. Now, stay here. The front knee bent. Pivot the back heel off the ground. Internally rotate that back knee. So you can bend the knee to start, just to ensure that it's down, heel is off the ground. Then exhale, press the right leg straight back. Keep the front knee bent. Inhale, straighten the front knee. Exhale, lunging into that left knee. Keep the back leg lifted. Good. Inhale. So both legs are neutral like train tracks. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Nice job. Inhale, release the heel down, take the arms out, and exhale back to your blocks. You're gonna step that back foot forward, take a forward fold, release your head. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, deep bow. Inhale, rise up, arms reach out and up. Exhale, standing Tadasana. Good, second set, different set of arms. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, take a bow. Inhale, step your right foot forward and the left foot back. Same deal with the legs. The feet are parted. Bending through the front knee, the back leg is straight. Rise up, arms side to side. This time we take the eagle arm. So wrapping your right or left elbow under. Inhale, look up. Exhale, you're gonna hinge down and scoop. Inhale, rise up. Push into that front foot. Exhale, bowing down. Clear balance as in motion. Inhale, pushing with your foot. Inhale, come down, just expand the back body. Exhale, push the foot and open. Stay there with your leg, release the arms. Bring them back behind you, interlace the fingers, open the chest. Ah, good. We're getting the chest in all the directions today. Good. You can just stay here. Maybe straighten the leg or bend it. Nice. And then exhale, release. Bring your hands back to your blocks. Stepping forward, switching sides. Right leg back, left foot forward. Keeping the left knee bent, right over the heel. The back leg is straight. Rise up. Taking the other elbow underneath, if you can remember. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, scoop it down. Push into the front foot to rise up. Exhale, bowing. Inhale, rising. Last one, exhale, bowing. Inhale, rising. Exhale, release the arms. Open them up as you inhale. And then exhale, take them behind your back. Interlace the fingers. Open the chest. Breathe here. So we're always being mindful of not pushing out through the core, right? We're keeping the core connected and either straightening or bending that front foot. Breathing well. Good. Releasing your arms, take them up. Exhale, find your block. So this time you're going to drop your back knee down, come onto the floor for our last cat and cow of the day. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, neutral. Tuck your toes, walk your hands forward. Downward facing dog. If you want a little bit more for the shoulders, your final downward dog can be like dolphins. You're going to interlace your fingers, elbows to the ground. Lift your hips up and back. Press into the forearms a lot, reaching those hips up and back. And just allow those hips to rise as the forearms press down, energizing the back body, getting those scapular muscles turning on, breathing deeply. Nice job. Come on down to your knees. For child's pose, for the finish, let's take the forehead to something. So either to the pillow or bolster or to the blocks. But let's invite some space around the head and jaw and neck. So everything is neutral this time compared to the beginning where we turned the head from side to side. We've done that release work. Now the head can rest steady. If your hips or the inner thighs are uncomfortable in any way, you can grab a blanket or a pillow and place it behind the knees or under the seat. So you're just basically lifting your seat with support to give you more room to breathe, more room to rest. And let these first few breaths be kind of deep and strong. Slide your hands under the shoulders, push yourself up. Take your time, swing your legs out from underneath you, stretch them out. And before you go off your mat today, I want to give you a little bit of a lengthening for the back leg. You can take what's called ragdoll. So you just sit up nice and tall, the legs stretched out, and you just bow the head, let the shoulders round, and just like a ragdoll, just be here. There's very little stretching here, but you're just letting that energy of the legs open, right? Notice if the breath changes when you give it some space to open. Our breath and body are always communicating. And so even in childbirth, when our body is doing a lot, we can rise to the challenge with our breath. We can direct our breath. We can even direct our body and feel very connected to the process as it unfolds. Slowly lift the gaze, lift the head, gather the hands together at the heart center. You can either keep your legs outstretched or bring them into sit. Taking a gentle fold to seal in your practice, giving yourself thanks for carving out this time for you. Namaste.